Let's take a tour of a sample linking leader profile report that's been generated for a person we've called Mike Jones. The report is organized into 6 sections. The Introduction to Linking Skills section presents an overview of the 13 linking skills and explains how responses from the questionnaire have generated this personalized report. Each report section has an outline page explaining how to read the data. The snapshot of results by group presents the satisfaction and importance scores for each of the rater groups. The highest scoring linking skill appears at the top of each graph, with the others ranked in descending order below. Each skill is represented by a different color. For example, if we look at the satisfaction rates in Mike's profile, we can see that participative decision-making, shown in light blue, is among the bottom 3 linking skills for all groups other than himself. However, when we look at the importance ratings, one of the rater groups, Group A, sees this linking skill as a high priority, whereas the others have rated it in the bottom 3. The following section, Results by Linking Skill Overview, includes a series of bar graphs showing the satisfaction rates and importance ratings given by the various rater groups for each of the 13 linking skills. These present the raters' perceptions of performance and the priority for each linking skill. Each linking skill is categorized into one of 3 bands, determined by the lowest satisfaction rate given by any group: reasonably high satisfaction rate, moderate satisfaction rate, or focus area. Beside these graphs is a ranking section that indicates the relative importance of the linking skill from the perspective of each rater group. For example, if we look at the skill of participative decision-making in Mike's profile, we can see that he ranked this as the least important linking skill. This was the same ranking that Group B gave to this linking skill, and similar to his supervisor's ranking. However, Group A viewed this linking skill differently, ranking it as the most important. The Results by Linking Skill Narrative section provides a comprehensive assessment of each linking skill. The bullet points of advice are directly linked to the questionnaire items related to that specific linking skill and serve as a valuable resource for developing an action plan. Next is the Quantitative Report, which looks at each individual item in the questionnaire and presents a detailed analysis of how the different groups responded. The first column lists the groups, and the second column shows the number of raters in each group who submitted a response. For instance, in Mike's report, under Checks Others' Feelings on Important Matters, we can see that one rater in Group A has not submitted a response for this questionnaire item. The following 2 columns contain the should and does scores. Where there is only a single rater in a group, their actual responses to the questionnaire are shown, whereas the multi-rater groups show an average of the responses. The gap between the should and the does scores for each group is presented numerically in the next column, and then plotted visually beside it. The D at one end of the line represents what does occur, and the S at the other end indicates what should occur. In Mike's profile, we can see that Group B perceives that Mike listens when others are speaking as much as he should, with a gap of 0. But they believe that he asks questions rather than making statements more than he should, with a gap of 1. The different colors of the bars correspond to the guides for action assigned to each item. Green indicates areas that are generally okay, where no action is recommended. Purple represents a clear recommendation of either doing more or less of this activity. And blue indicates that the recommended action is uncertain due to differences in raters' opinions. The final column, Range of Opinion, shows the gap of the scores given by each rater within any multi-rater group. We can see that 2 raters in Group A gave Mike a gap score of 0, 1 rater gave a gap of 1, and 1 rater gave a gap of 3, which is how the average gap was calculated to be 1. The quantitative report covers all 78 statements in the questionnaire, 6 items for each linking skill. The final section, the Activity Action Guide, presents a visual summary of the guides for action shown in the quantitative report. This guide makes it easy to identify patterns of similarities and differences among the groups, providing valuable support for developing a targeted action plan.